What's going on YouTube? Your boy Black Prince the Barber. Hey, I'm back with another banger, man, but this time I'm back at home, man. Look, I want to just tell you guys something before I start this haircut tutorial. I did not feel that sharp, man. I wasn't feeling it, man. So, you know what I'm saying? One of my subscribers was like, hey, Black Prince, man, I know you don't feel that sharp, man. Because I knew for a fact my quality has dropped it enormously, bro. My quality had dropped. So I had to come back home, you know what I'm saying, with a real 4K 30 frames per second quality was. So let's just get into this video, man. Let's start off. I'm gonna start off by spinning my client around. She asking for a MIDFADE. So you know what I'm saying, it's just the usual that I give her. So I'm not really gonna talk as much in this tutorial, but I might come in every now and then and tell you guys what to do. But other than that, let's just get into the video. Alright guys, I take my Oster Octane with the 1.5 blade on it. The only thing I'm doing is going up to the parietal ridge area. I'm taking all that hair down. I'm taking down bulk and everything because I want to just make one simple haircut. I don't want to do all that extra stuff. But yeah, back to the shop issue, man. You know what I'm saying? I really wasn't feeling it, but you know, I'm not talking about the shop. It was the point of, you know, it wasn't for me at the time because, you know, by me being a YouTuber and I'm putting out good quality videos, I don't want to go into a shop and start to lose quality of my videos knowing I had to upload them. But I feel more comfortable at home. As you notice the background, the foreground or whatever, it just so clear. I mean, you can see everything. If you was to go back to my video when I was at the shop, bro, you'll see the difference. I had a lot of grain in my video, a lot of noise, a lot of distortion, a lot of traffic. I mean, of course I have traffic at home, but that's where I live. So you're gonna see my family members walk by when I'm doing tutorials or just doing anything. But yeah, but let's just get back into the haircut. I'm taking the hair down with a 1.5 on my Oster Octane. I'm just making sure I just, you know, have everything laid before I presumably start on the next step. But let's just speed this side up and till we get to the next step. Let's get it. Oh, and another thing, guys, I want to mention this. I want to show you how I cut hair when I'm not recording a video for YouTube. The way I cut hair, like when I make my first initial guideline with, you know, making a ball line, I go all the way around the head and then I just come back in a reverse type way so I can make sure I got everything as one. But when we get up to that part, I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's get it. All right, guys, I'm gonna punch the first line in with my cocoa trimmers. I really don't use my cocoa trimmers to make my first initial guideline, but you know what I'm saying? They're not the sharpest tool in the shed, but you know what I'm saying? Everything else do hit. But I'm gonna punch my first initial guideline in, and when I get to the secondary, primary guideline, I'm gonna show you guys what I was talking about, the way I be going back and forth with the fade, because that will make the fade come out much better. So let's just get into it. Let's knock this ball line out. So man, I'm so excited to show you guys what I'm talking about. So let's get it. What I do, I open my blades all the way up on my Stylecraft Instinct. Now I'm gonna go fingers width, you know what I'm saying, make my secondary, primary guideline. So what I'm talking about when I say I'm gonna go back and forth, you see how I'm making my my second initial primary guideline? I'm gonna go all the way around the head evenly, and when I get to the other side, I'm gonna reverse the cut of my secondary primary guideline so I can make sure I got every hair. So I'm just gonna kind of let it run for a minute so you guys can feel what I'm talking about, and then, you know what I'm saying, you'll understand it more so about me telling you about it, because I just want you to get the clear understanding of how I do my secondary primary initial guideline. So I'm gonna let it play for a minute, and well, actually I'm gonna fast forward till I get on the other side, and then you'll see me reverse it. So that's what I'm about to do right now. So let's get it. All right, guys, now I'm going back into reverse motion because I see that I can do, you know what I'm saying, like a cross grain cut to make sure everything is laid down so I won't have to, you know, just do too much detail. So the only thing I'm doing is just reversing my blade open part because, you know, I want to make sure all the hairs are laying down. So that's what I do when I'm not recording haircut videos. Now, when I do record haircut videos, you know what I'm saying, I just punch in the first initial guideline, and then I go to my secondary primary guideline, and then I go with the number one guard open. But I just want to show you an idea of what I do when I'm not recording. So everything that you see me do in this video is what I do when I'm not recording a video. All right, guys, what you just see me do, I close my clipper 2 notches, and the only thing I'm doing is actually using my corners. And remember to always brush or comb the hair down so you can know your, you know what I'm saying, your fade starting to take effect of the haircut process. Because in this area that I'm working in now is the most important part of the whole haircut. And after my halfway closed part, I'm close them and then open them up 1 notch and use the corners as well, because you know what I'm saying, it's just a lot of blade work when it comes down to this type of cut right here, especially when you're doing the fade process. So you know what I'm saying, just keep in mind that, you know what I'm saying, you want this haircut to be fire. So you know what I'm saying, if a fire haircut, man, you will be like amazed at your own work. So that's where I'm trying to separate myself from other barbers, because I want to be that separated barber. All right, YouTube, I'm gonna go 1 notch for being fully closed, because, you know, think about it. I put the first initial guideline in with my cocoa trimmers, and if I was to close my Stylecraft Instinct, I'd be pushing that guideline up. So I just want to go 1 notch from being completely closed and use the corners to fan out that cocoa trimmer first initial guideline. So it'll be easier for me to, you know what I'm saying, just manipulate the blades and, you know what I'm saying, do detail work. So you want to just cut out the middleman and make sure everything fall in place. All right, guys, what I'm about to do, I'm about to put my number 1 guard on my Stylecraft Instinct. I'm gonna open them bad boys. Now what I'm about to do right now, I'm gonna go up to the parietal ridge area. I'm gonna make sure everything is even, because you know what I'm saying, like I said, I want this haircut to be like an even flow. And I want you guys to take notes of what I'm doing. I'm gonna start on her left side and go all the way around, and you're gonna see me come back in a reverse motion. So let's just check it out until we get to the next step. All right, guys, still have my number 1 guard on, but closing it this time. Now I'm about to, you know what I'm saying, feed into that 1 open because you know what I'm saying, I'm starting to lighten up that area so I can come back with the next step. Guys, you know a lot of barbers, they take their zero guard and close it all the way. Now, you can do that, but the way I make my work much easier, I close it and I open it up one notch, because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden take that line out. You know what I'm saying? I want to feather the line out, you know what I'm saying, so it can be much easier and less time for me to do more detail, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm just trying to get this haircut done, because, you know what I'm saying, you can make a haircut perfect, but you know what I'm saying, you can rush through a haircut, but you have to take your time when you rush. And the only thing I'm doing right now, I'm just closing it now. I'm just letting you guys know this right here is just, you know what I'm saying, adjust when needed, and always use your corners. But like I was saying at first, man, you know, you can rush through a haircut, but you know you have to rush by taking your time, because you know what I'm saying, you don't want to over exaggerate the haircut, period. If you don't understand what I'm saying, man, you know what I'm saying, like I said, this is YouTube. Rewind the YouTube video and listen to me again, because you know what I'm saying, I only say stuff one time. But you know what I'm saying, if you don't understand me, man, if you have any questions for real though, ask me in the comment section. I stay in my comment section. I read everybody's comments. So let's get it. All right, guys, I'm going to open my blades all the way up, and I'm going to start to use the corner of them. Now I'm doing actually detail work, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm almost in the finishing stage of the haircut process, but I just want to, you know what I'm saying, just get them dark areas, because some dark areas is the most important part of the haircut process, because the blending process is already done. The fade process is already done. Now we're going to use them corners, you know what I'm saying, just to make sure everything comes together. But with that being said, man, let's just get into it until we get up on the next step. All right, guys, now I have my number one guard. Now I'm about to put it on my Stylecraft Instinct Pro. I'm going to close them all the way. The only thing I'm doing right now is just actually a little cleanup work underneath the one open, because, you know what I'm saying, I see a little buck right there that need to be taken away. So I'm going to grab my guards and put them on. And I'm going to start, you know what I'm saying, polish that area. I'm done with the haircut. The only thing I'm doing right now is just actually detail work. So let's just get into it until we get to the edge up process. All right, guys, there's not much she want me to do with the edge up, because she asked me not to take it down because she want the hair to grow at the front. So I'm just actually just retouching my work to make sure everything is laid before I put the edge up on her. All right, YouTube, this is the end of the haircut, man. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't, dog. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, I really appreciate you guys for sticking around and everything. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber to this channel, you know what I'm saying? Just leave a comment in the comment section below. I stay reading my comments, man. I don't know how many times I had to tell you guys. Every comment come on my channel, I read it. So I just want to let you guys know I really appreciate you guys for stopping by, man. And you also can follow me on TikTok at YourTikTokBarber1. But with further ado, this is the haircut, man. So other than that, man, it's your boy Black Prince the Barber. And may God bless. Peace.